Okay, we are here to do the air signs. Sorry for the delay. I had to go to the powder room, and I'm definitely getting a singing bowl after that fire sign update. I'm telling you. And you guys may be guided to actually get a singing bowl, especially to clear your energy. The new deck I do have, the new decks I do have is this one, which I'll be using today. And the next one I use similar to a crystal ball. Okay? For those of you who wish to get it, I'm clearing the cards, which I have done before, but I'm going to do them again because I want to make sure. And I'm using copal, which is a family of frankincense. It's a family member of frankincense. Now, you can get it in resin form, but I choose to actually use it within, because it smoked the house out. Let's just be honest, it's pretty heavy. Okay. One more deck. And I'm going to leave this burning inside. For those of you who don't know, I'm Yildiz from Yildiz Readings 5-Day. I'm a psychic medium as well as a twin flame, whom is in union. So if you're needing a twin flame reading, you can go to the link below and book one. At the moment, I have some of the schedule blocked out. I have evenings in Perth, WA available, which for America is your AM. And there's also a clock and a conversion of the time. Hi, Dale. There's a conversion of the times on there to help you. But if you have any issues, it takes you all the way through checkout. So you can book a day. It shows you the time slots, morning and night. I do video, email, telephone, and Skype. But if you're not sure, definitely just chuck me an inbox message on the website and I'll get back to you. I have the app on me at all times. And I'm trying to, but do be mindful with the time frame. You know, if you're sending me a message at 11 p.m., I'll be in bed. Sometimes. Okay, so the next morning I'll get that message, but I do get back to you. Also, there was a lady who actually sent me a donation. I've only just seen it. The donation she was requesting as a booking. Usually donation's donation. So I'll have to tee that up with her, but just chuck me a message on the website and I'll tee that up. She wanted a reading for her girlfriend. So we're going to tune into air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. I'm going to write that down so I don't have to keep referring to my piece of paper. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Now, let's see what comes through for you guys. What is the overall energy for air signs? Now, I did do 1 or 2, and I was going to try and do all 12 zodiac signs, but time did not permit due to the fact that I have some things changing on my side of the fence. I'm now living with my twin and 2 of his children. So I'm trying to get daycare organised so I can get a balance at work. So let's see for air signs, what is the crowning energy for the month of October? Crown chakra. And I've been mentioning this in all the zodiac signs. A lot of 12th house, which is the Neptunian energy as well, theoretically, for this month. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm already seeing and getting messages about what is coming up for you guys. I'm going to also pull a card per sign. So there will be Libra. I'll focus in on your energy separately after the general energy. Aquarius and Gemini. So I'll sink deep into that and then I'll get directly into the romance side of things. Now, your crowning energy is receptivity. It's your 12th house, okay? So intuitively speaking, your crown chakra is really activated. You're seeing, sensing, and rising above situations, but you're also needing to be very cautious about the people you're around at the moment. You're also very, very super aware I feel a deep meditated state. I feel you sensing and understanding and getting a lot of messages from the universe at the moment. I also feel you're trying to rise above a situation. And your crown chakra is very activated. Your guides are speaking with you, and you do have wings around you protecting you. I'll show you the card. Have a look. Okay, so I'm seeing now your crown's really activated. You're guided and protected. You're rising above a situation. But this card of receptivity with the purple is, it's also healing. It's also the way in which you're receiving messages. Now, you're not forcing your thoughts onto other people. You've got expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. I feel this is about the fact that you're physically getting signs versus, you know, trying to be in your ego. You're moving away from your ego. Also your communication sense of things that are happening around you. It's like you're putting pieces of the puzzle together. And this has been a real thing for October. October is going to be very busy. You will see a lot of falseness around you. You also know how this is going to go. And this did come through in your last read. Okay? You know how this is going to go. You, in your gut, I feel you also have this gut instinct when it does come to what's going on. And you're pausing in hermit mode and you're assessing whether you want to proceed forward. You're not willing to work. You're also trying to balance your feminine aspect, your empath. The moon is going to govern that, especially being that we're in the Libran energy of the moon. We're moving into the Aries moon in October. That is really going to take us into that Chiron energy, the energy of what we want versus what other people want. And it may not actually balance. But what's not working is going to come to the forefront. And you're really seeing flaws in a planet at the moment. This is connected to false energies, karmic frequencies, where people aren't actually proceeding forward and not working with you, as well as what's not working. This can be within your employment, trying to find the balance there, really gaining information, not being able to physically move forward just yet. But I feel by the time Pluto goes direct, this is going to create solutions. And I'm actually going to pull a card for Pluto. Okay, nobody is going to take what is yours. You're going to be given the balance back. You got theft in reverse. What do we need to know about what Pluto is going to do for the air signs? Okay, this card's in reverse. I feel this is external to you. A lot of people are going to be quite triggered because the card's actually in reverse. Now, this card's about tenderness. So for Pluto, it's not going to be nice in a sense that for people that are not doing the work and not moving into alignment, which is coming through in your crowning energy, they could be super triggered, okay? Also, for what's not balanced, it's going to shift and change. This can be people around you being directly impacted by this transit, and they won't see it coming yet. Intuitively, you're like, I can see the falseness. I can see how this plan won't work. I see why it's not working. Because you're in your crown chakra, and they don't like, it's not an I told you so moment. Because 9 times out of 10, especially since I have been seeing our totem quite a bit, it's not you wanted things to be that way. It is what it is. That's what I'm hearing. It is what it is. It's not even about gut instincts. It's visually sensing the vibration and being shown in the crown and reflecting back over what worked in the past versus the retrogrades. The retrogrades have shown you what hasn't, and you're taking direct action into those areas to bring the balance. Other people potentially have not been doing this. With the Capricorn aspect coming through with Pluto and Saturn, I'd say, yes, for the Libran energies, it can be quite energetically shifting. That's for that zodiac sign in particular. You need to keep yourself grounded in the first week, okay? The download you're going to get an ascension symptom is going to be quite heavy, but I feel you sitting back, observing and watching a scenario play out. Your financial sector, Now, it does feel as though you haven't had as much time to gift yourself the things you'd like to. It has been all work, no play. That's what I'm hearing. Or things not working. Effectively, it's affecting you. It's due to a foundational, and it can be a family-related dynamic. It can be a home-related dynamic. But financially speaking, something is imbalanced that is affecting the actual financial abundance, and you're not talking about it. Self-expression, you're not talking about it. Okay, what do we need to know about this? You're not talking about it. You're seeing it, you're sensing it, you're giving the warning signs. You're not trapped. Other people aren't trapped, but their mind potentially did not want to see this. Now, I see the karma card. This can be a time where the balance of karma and good and bad is coming through. Also, you do have a lot of work on your hands, so it can be that you're doing a lot of paperwork, looking through financial statements, trying to do too much in such a short space of time. Hi, Dawn. Trying to achieve a lot in a short space of time, but this is to move the situation forward. And I'm feeling as though in a family-related dynamic, because this is Pisces, and again, with the when I bounce off planets, the way I get my messages is very unique. Now, before I even start a sign or start channeling, the first things I've seen for October is Neptune, which again is very a place where we can invent things. It's also a distortion of perspectives and perception. With the Pisces energy coming through, it's the 12th house. So when we see Pisces moon, which we experienced in October, there is a lot of downloads. Now, with the Schumann resonance, you're getting a lot of downloads. You get a lot of ascension symptoms at the same time as you can get very fatigued, right? You're seeing things, but it's when that happens, it's so that you're removed from an equation to allow the 3D to transform. So it theoretically looks like your power's being taken away and the tower moment's happening because you just can't do as much. It's because you guys were doing too much, right? Now, this chariot moving forward, we connect this in with Pisces, but again, I do look at this as Cancer as well. Now, the nodes being in Cancer and Capricorn, and I did mention in your financial sector, red being the foundation, also being connected to family, which is very similar to Cancer, the sign of Cancer. For the air signs, for you guys, you got self-love in reverse. You might not be liking a dynamic that is affecting your finances. It's affecting you having time looking at yourself. You're just not talking about it. You've got two cards coming up connected to throat chakra. And again, my throat's going as I'm saying it. You might have settled on deaf ears and no one has listened to you. And with the Pluto energy coming up, I did say tenderness in reverse. Some lower frequency people can be coming towards you projecting. They're not seeing the reality. They might not be seeing these connections. And they're going to be transformed through this process. But it's affecting your finances and your work. Now, limitations in the past directly affected this scenario. It's come up sideways and it's looking at the past. So in the area that you're working, you have done a lot of reflection on the past. You've gained a lot of insight into how you're moving forward. A lot of insight, okay? In that reflection back, illumination, looking at the past, again, illumination, again, third eye, mind, third eye, looking back, meditating upon the past. You have faith now with the information you've received that everything happens for a reason. And again, it's funny because you've got self-love with your finances in reverse, and then bang, you've got self-esteem, which is your lower chakras of manifestation. You are going to proceed forward. Now, you are divinely guided, and I do feel as though you're quite protected. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're focused on your coin, okay? You're keeping your cards close to your chest. You've made some plans. You also know that this will only work if it's team-oriented. Now, some of you might be focusing on your career in a sense of being your own owner. Some of you are working in a team environment. Some of you are looking at the bigger picture of gaining employment. You know that something has to shift, okay? But other people are like, no, it has to stay the same. You know that this situation has to shift. Some of you are being very critical towards it, or it's causing very critical dynamics at work due to the fact that something has to shift. You understand that there's scenarios playing out around you that you have to look at, but at the same time, you're ready to take a leap of faith. And I do feel this is transforming. I'm going to pull another card from the Crystal Spirits. What is an additional message you wish us to know? For the work domain of air signs. Okay, moving forward, you're bringing everything together, okay? You can't make it up. I'll show you. Bear with me. Illumination of the past. And the angle it is going this way, right? Then you've got turquoise, wholeness. It's facing moving forward. You know how to bring this all together. You've gained insight into how to kind of rectify things in your career sector. Through this transit with Pluto going direct, I feel you're going to have some epiphany moments. It can be actual external situations happening to transform that dynamic and pivot you forward. And it's going to be very fast-paced. You might get triggered during it, but I feel you're not going to really have time. Now, your ascension symptoms as per se, something that is broken is being fixed. You might have been frustrated because your vibration might have been affected and it's been causing ill health. Now, whatever this turn of events is going to come as a surprise. Now, I'm feeling this is positive, reaping your harvest. It's going to be a shift. Yeah, it's going to bring you bonuses, okay? This can be bonuses in finance, bonuses in work, and a movement up and forward, but it's a solution. Yeah, you're being deeply honest with yourself and you're shaking the ship up. You're changing it up to a point where it's going to be more successful. But I do feel you've been waiting for pieces of the puzzle to come together so you can actually effectively do such. Money is changing. You're moving up and beyond this point to the point that things are going to balance out. But you're being honest with yourself. Now, in your tribe mentality with your family, I'll show you what's coming through. You've got spiritual quartz. Now, again, it's your crown chakra, a deep reflection of the past in your family. This can be to do with a person that's passed over. It can also be a date of an anniversary of such. But you're moving forward beyond that point and you're dealing with the energy differently. You're also looking at scenarios that ended, cycles ending in families. But something's going to come up from the past. Now, Pluto is about birth, deaths, endings, and resurrection. Something that wasn't stable or something that was taken from you is going to come up. This can be money. This can also be the value in a situation. Something you really didn't value is going to come to the forefront in a family-related dynamic. It's an old energy. But you're going to actually get to a point where you're not going to operate the same way. You're going to deal with the situation very differently. But it's an old energy coming to the forefront. It's going to test your faith, but I feel you have the skills to handle it. You're going to be looking at things differently. You're going to see every person's perspective. And I do feel there are a lot of differences and different beliefs within this tribe. Yeah, there is a change happening in a foundation, okay? Where is the other deck? Where did I put it? There. You're picking pieces up, but I feel there's going to be a transformation happening in a foundation. This can be to do with your siblings. It can be to do with an environment you're physically in. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to happen very quickly. It's going to shake things up. But you're going to move beyond a situation where if this foundation is not stable, it's going to throw you up to a point where a new situation is going to come in to actually help transform that. It is a lower vibration situation. It's affected you being yourself as an individual. It's affected self-esteem and it's affected kindness. But this is a past tense energy and I feel this energy's changed. Okay, what is the transformation happening in this tribe? Okay, whoever's not being compassionate to this is going to be impacted because there's empath in reverse. It's like a non-acceptance of your feelings, your needs, and a deep imbalance in that scenario. I'm picking up a separate energy. I'm going to tune into it. Okay, for those of you that have a karmic frequency, i.e., this is a past energy connected to family. It can be an ex, it can be children. I'm going to tune into that energy because I've got that frequency coming through. I hope the internet's working okay. Everyone's deeply silent in the house. Are we all present and well? What's this energy connected to a karmic? Ooh, something's not coming together. Yeah, really bored with that scenario, that needing to change. Something's not coming together. It's very imbalanced. This is going to change by the end of the year. It has to change by the end of the year. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, there's a person in their ego that is projecting towards you their belief systems. They haven't learned their lesson. This is what's changing, and you feel they won't change, so you're moving away from it. You're like, this is tying up. This is connected to karma, okay? This is a big change. This is connected to an ex. They may have children. Yeah, they're not wanting you to have your new horizon. That's what I'm hearing. It's like they're trying to, it's someone you left or it's someone your partner left or in the tribe. It's something to do with the past tense scenario that is coming back and they're being very pushy and you're like, no, this is changing. I'm going to pull a chakra card. What is this change happening in this dynamic? I don't think they're liking your transformation. I think there's a bit of jealousy going on. There's a lot of projection. And that is relevant for this first week. So a lot of us are going to have to keep as grounded as heck. Yeah, a lot of emotions coming up. So I'm feeling there is a potential fight brewing under the surface. You won't see it coming, but you know it's coming. You're like, it's going to come up at some point. It's a matter of time. Let's move into the unseen. Okay, a place in your life that is not growing has been hindered due to these scenarios. And it's not assisting with the foundation. So the unseen is a scenario is going to play out. I'm going to pull a chakra card that is affecting your foundation and the growth of your road forward. But I feel it's around Pluto direct. Now, this can be the shadow aspect, and I'm feeling quite soon. Again, for those of you who do comment under the video before and after, for the most comments per zodiac sign, I will be doing an additional updated bonus read. So feel free, you can write your zodiac sign, how the video related, blah, blah, blah. What is this that is coming that we are not seeing? Something to do with an imbalance in a foundation. Home-related dynamic that is imbalanced. It can be an external scenario. It can be someone from the past. But it's because this foundation is being affected, something is going to play out to shift it. And this is where personal boundaries are going to come into play. And you're going to be like, okay, well, we have sensed it. We've been very patient. We've been trying to proceed forward with the intent by 2020. Because when I see this card, it reminds me of Christmas. There's bonbons in the background like Christmas lights. And look at them, they're like, The relaxation at Christmas. Yeah, it's in reverse. It's like, look, this foundation, which is your base chakra. So if you're beginning lower back pains, abdominal pains, shifts in your cycle for those of you that are feminine, you know, very harsh ones. It's because you're being tuned in. Now, your receptivity comes through all your chakras, not just your crown, all your chakras. So when you're feeling out of alignment or off, it's universe is giving you the downlight, right? So this unseen, I'm going to pull 3 cards for that, then we'll go into per zodiac sign. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, what is the additional messages we need to know for this unseen? Yeah, it's kept you guys stuck when it comes to your life, when it comes to your romance, and when it comes to your vibration. So this is occurring to shift that dynamic. One last card. Who is it? Who is this? What is this? Oh, they're hidden. Something that hasn't ended. It's an old karmic cycle. But it's been going on for a while. It's about to rear its ugly head to shift this. Let's pull a card per area. What does Libra need to know? Where are they? There they are. What does Libra need to know? What is their crowning energy? Overall for October. 2 cards, right? You're moving forward regardless. You feel people aren't listening to you, but you're moving towards you. It can be recognition. So recognition of what's in the future, right? You know what you want. You know where you're going. You know what you know. You also understand who you are, okay? You're also in your awareness of what is going on, what you're trying to manifest, and you're firstly moving forward. You're like, nope. My name is no. My number's no. Nope. Moving forward. You 100% know that no matter what you're going to do, no matter what happens, you're moving forward. I'm not saying it's easy, but you definitely have the attitude. You're taking accountability of your power. You are focusing on your side of the fence, and you are being very disciplined. Solar plexus chakra, you're being very disciplined, okay? You know who you are. You know what you're made of. You know you can do this. You're like, I don't want no BS. I want some harmony, and if you're going to bring BS to me, well, there's the door. There's the door. Don't have time for it. You know that universe will karmically affect these people. If they're doing shit, they're doing shit. It's going to affect them. Even if it comes at you, you will think on your feet and have the tools to deal with it, and you'll probably cut them out. But they're going to affect themselves because you are in your power core sense. You're manifesting like no tomorrow. This is all about, with the yellow and the orange, your ability to take your personal power and assert it. And you've got recognition looking forward. You're like, you don't feel the need to be, how do I put it? I know who I am. Why do I need that from another person? I don't need that from another person. This person's trying to tap into you and make you feel that you're nothing. That's not going to work because you already know who you are. You're like, I'm just focusing on my side of the fence. What I plant, it grows because I'm able to manifest. So why would I care what you think about me? Does that make sense? Their opinions in the past might have directly affected you in connections and career and movement, and now you're like, no. I'm taking the bull by the horns. This plant, this seed, I planted, I'm putting the work in, I'm growing it, I have my power. This can be your own career as well. You're like, I made it from the bottom to the top. I fell back down. Yeah, I'm taking my power back. So in a karmic sense, if you're in a TF connection and there is a karmic projecting, bringing BS to you, about to, it's not going to affect you because you're just focused on yourself. You know it. You're focused on yourself. You're aware of this. And this stone actually can balance out your ability to manifest finances, see people's frequencies, also heal addictions. It's past. You're moving forward. This can be you with a person, but it's also your own personal power. And usually when we have addictions, And this can come up this month, but if you're in your grounded frequency, what happens is if these chakras are balanced and they're not out of alignment, you have less need for binging on food, alcohol, drugs. You know, they're balanced because you've got your power from inside yourself, not from external, because you're not blocking any pain body experiences. And you got a whole lot of heart coming. You're moving towards what you love. By the Scorpion moon, it's not to say you're not going to have a tough month. I'm not going to pee in your pocket. But you know what you're made of. You can do this. Whatever's coming up, you can do this. Let the past go. If they can't, that's their issue. It's something from the past coming up. Let the past be the past. No, the past does not have to become the future, but there is an old energy here that's being tied up. Is the work on your side of the fence or another person's? That's what you need to know. One more card for Libra. Yeah. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on a different path. Okay? It's not a competition. That's theirs to learn. We are going to focus in on the romance. We haven't even got to that yet. Okay? Aquarius, what do we need to know for you? Tranquility. You're doing things that are making you happy. You might even feel semi-away with fairies right now. You may be in your Neptunian energy, concocting things in your head and saying, this is the life I want to live. You also might feel that you'd rather avoid certain people You've got a bit of heart chakra blockage there. Are you keeping busy? We are at, well, I haven't, with the air signs, I haven't tucked into the romance section yet, but I have just pulled cards for Libra. Now we are doing Aquarius, and then we'll go on to Gemini, and then we'll get tucked into the romance factor for the air signs collectively. Now, there's an energy coming through with Aquarius where you're wanting peace, okay? But there is a past tense scenario in your heart where you need to find closure, okay? It could be that you feel there was an imbalance. You're not hearing from this person. You're not talking to this person. It could have been from last Christmas, but I'm not feeling that. It's like maybe even you're like, this has been going on for a long time. It's been going on for a long time. But you haven't let it go. Now, I'm going to pull another card. What are you not letting go of? What are you, I feel you guys are avoiding something. You're just focusing on the things that make you happy, and that's fine. But if potentially you know something's nagging at you and it needs to be looked at, but it's hurting you, I feel you're delaying a healing. You don't quite know what to manifest right now. You're deep in meditation. You've got creativity in reverse. This can be to do with a past tense person, to do with karmic. It can also be to do with what you just want to do with your life. You know, I feel you guys are a bit confused at the moment. Look, it's not wrong that you guys are focusing on pleasure. It helps raise your vibration. So if you're needing to do something that's very grounded, do so. Because I feel this is going to benefit you. Yeah, respect yourself, respect, you know, your feelings. And if you're needing to tap out and have a break, that's okay. And I feel you guys are doing that at the moment. You also know that you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Self-discovery. This is where the healing is going to come from, is by you focusing in on you. And I feel that's what's going to help this balance, right? But I do feel that you're just wanting to, yeah, you want some freedom. You want some freedom. You need some space. You don't want to deal with anyone that's lower frequency. I do feel you guys are still healing from something. And I can almost feel tears. Now, it doesn't mean to say that you're bursting into tears. It just feels a situation that was painful. You're moving out of that frequency, but your technique that you're using can be the external world right now and just needing to be lighter in frequency so that you don't have so much BS around you. I do feel you're avoiding a particular person. This can be for some of you because you're not quite ready to have that conversation. That's what I'll say. But we'll tune into the romance in a bit, and I'm going to look at Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? Okay, you're looking into the past, right? You're actually getting a lot of clarity from the past. Something that you looked at before and something you knew was going to happen is coming to the forefront. Now, this can be with Pluto direct. Oh, this is a random message. Some of you might be going to court, but it's to end a cycle. Can be to do with children. Can also be to do with, yeah, it's to do with the connection. So there could be a judgment, there could be a divorce you're going through, there could be alimony, something to that degree. And that can be a very individual message, but it has flashed up in my mind, so I have to say it. There's something going on there. Again, finances, your foundation. There's things changing, but it's ending a cycle, okay? It's something you're still waiting for this to come. It's from the past. I feel you're waiting for it to come back to you. You've been waiting for a long time. It is balancing out, but I do feel you're very focused on your future. But whatever this energy is, it's coming back and it's balancing. Hi, Solar. I was thinking about you just this morning. Now, some of you are waiting for a loan to come in, I'm hearing. This can be a loan or money to balance so that you can have this creative venture. And it can be to do with needing to buy more assets for a business. If you guys are venturing out and wanting to do this on your own, I do feel this is quite positive, but there's a delay. You're waiting for money to be released in some shape or form. It's affecting your creativity. It can also be affecting your family. Pull 3 cards as a clarifier. It is coming. I'm being shown it is coming. This balance of what you're trying to get out is coming. It's just irritating you because you do have a lot on your plate at the moment. You are really pretty busy. This can be just busy, you know, with errands and running about and doing things. And work-related is very active for you guys as well. Yeah, you've got some real great things coming. So the dedication and hard work you're putting in, you're going to reap the rewards. You've got acceptance, loyalty, and gratitude. Some of you might be actually being given a raise or a promotion. But I'm feeling as though there is a change happening there. But the good that you've been putting in, and I just feel head down, you know, you're doing the work. I feel you're getting a lot of work done. I'm also feeling you're going to hear from a family member, and you know what they're like, okay? This is just for a particular group of you. You know what they're going to say. You know what they're like, so it's nothing of a surprise. Now, I'm going to tune into the romance side of things. 4 air signs. I'll shift these cards up and I'll shuffle them later and get them organised. Where's the crowning energy for romance? 4 air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The only thing really popping out in the air sign majorly is whatever is coming, it is there to move you forward. Yes, divine guidance looking forward. You are going to be moving forward. So in this romantic sector in your life, your romance is going to be moving forward. Which deck should I use for you guys? What is coming up for air signs from the past to move forward? That's what I'm hearing. What's coming up to balance this foundation? Bear with me. Okay, there is, I knew it. There is a person in the past that is not so strong. Now, I'm picking this for some of you. This can be your reflection of who you were versus who you are now. But I also feel someone who was very manipulative, very toxic in the past, playing out in the here and now, affecting this transformation. Now, you guys have been really working hard. You also want this to come together. You want to have a very nurturing, loving, balanced connection. You also do have a lot of chemistry with this person, but might not be having as much time to do such, or may not currently be together. This person is making very wise decisions. They're actually moving themselves very cautiously. I feel they're very deeply into their intuition. Yeah. The energy, regardless of whether you're together or not, you kind of think something's coming up. This can be to test the connection or to change the course of where life is going. So looking at the past, you guys are meditating upon a vibration, a person, a karmic energy, what to do to move this forward for you separately, jointly. Both energies are meditating. Now, I do feel this is very Mars and Mercury energy. And especially by the Aries moon, a lot of Mars frequency is going to come up. And this can be drive, war, ambition, you know, standing up. It's going to be where you can be at your higher vibration, you know, outright direct. And I'm feeling this, but you're pausing because you're thinking back and you know how this plays out. And you're like, I'm going to use my conscious mind. You know how this is going to go. You also might be hearing things through the grapevine. As to what this might be, again, I'm feeling intuitive. You're following your gut instincts when it comes to the information that's coming towards you, especially when it comes to love. But I don't feel this could be gossip in relation to love, people projecting at you. But again, I'm feeling as though this is to do with something that is just about to transpire. It can be due to finances, and I feel this trigger point, and I don't feel this is you guys there, signs. I feel there is a person in your realm that is too focused on that energy, and this is due to a karmic lesson. You guys also know that what you deserve comes to you. You don't need to manifest that. It's a vibration. There is a delay in this moving forward. Oh, but it's going to pivot forward. Did you see how that card flipped out of my hand? That was angry. The delay is making this connection cross. And I feel one side or the other side of the fence in this romantic connection is going to own their power. But they're going from this to moving forward. And it's due to a circumstance of a financial related dynamic. And also knowing that this person is very manipulative, and this is not you, air signs. This is an external energy or situation. Okay, what is occurring? What is occurring for air signs within this romantic connection moving forward? Okay, something of discord is going to be coming up. It can be from, it's going to affect the foundation and your emotions. So you intuitively know, as well as you physically know, a foundation is going to shift. You guys are prepared. You're standing firm on your beliefs, but it can be a very stubborn person that has caused stagnation in this journey. Now, I feel by the first week, because this card is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, you guys are going to have the strength to decide what to do from here. Some information is going to come towards you, and a scenario is going to play out that is then going to cause a shift in direction. It is going to be to a point where both parties are going to have to work together to then redirect where this map is going to be. There is going to be a scenario, and I do feel this can be for those of you who don't have communication. Where does communication stand for those that have no communication? Okay, in the past, they might have been very blocked and not want and been in their ego. But at the heart of it right now, moving forward, this is what they want. They want this connection. And they're also getting to a point where they're moving into their higher frequency to choose this. And this is where they're going to be more open. And I feel it's after the first week, but I do feel they're going to really have the clarity with the situation playing out on the 3D of what is hot. I just see karma. I'm going to pull one last card. Yeah, they know who this person is. They know where home is and where it's not. And this is what the clarity is going to be. This can also be a family-related dynamic because this is goddess of nurturing. It can be a karmic female and a divine feminine, but there is feminine energy coming up. And with the Scorpion moon we end up going through, I am going to try and do a joint venture with a couple of people to talk about the astrology, because I do feel it's really unique that we have a lot of Scorpionic aspects. Now, whatever this situation is that's going to play out for you, you already know it's coming. Now, how I say you already know, you've got the 12th house activated, but your sixth sense will tell you in your chakras. Tune into your chakras. You don't need to say anything. You know vibrationally. You're spiritually protected, but you need to light yourself, because there is a lower frequency energy around you affecting your foundation. But you know who you are. Don't question that, and proceed forward. Any questions? Any questions to this read? You're pre-warned, okay? You're pre-warned. This is going to be a heavy vibrational week. Nothing you can't handle, nothing you haven't been through before. Yes, the past potentially could be revisiting, but you're different. Be different. Any questions, guys, before I log off and come back to you tomorrow? I could come back tonight. It just depends on how my vibration is. I'll choose and tune. So next one's twin flame update. Any questions? Thank you for all 32 of you in the house that I visually can see. That's okay. Yes, I'm quite anxious about that, but I feel we have a knowingness. We have a knowingness. Air signs. Anytime. Again, throat chakra comes up for you guys. I just lost my job on Friday. Hopefully no more towers. I don't feel the towers are going to be you. I feel that changes in the path to move the path closer forward. We're going to be experiencing this all the way through to the end of this year. And the reason I say that is, number one, the Schumann resonance is increasing. Number two, we are moving. We're dealing with eclipse-related dynamics of endings and new beginnings, and we're seeing them play out now. And when I do the twin flame update, you'll understand a lot more why. With what's shifting, if we vibrationally knew something had to shift, but it was out of our power, what then happens is on another person's side of the fence, that shifts, and the external shifts to move that road forward. What it's going to look like, we're not going to know until 2020. But there can be more at the end of the year to get us onto our divine path of where we're supposed to be. And, you know, those of you who have already gone through the transformative state of changing jobs, etc., it's because you're going to be going through a spiritual upgrade. Now, others of you that all of a sudden don't have work, if you have mobile-related work where you can actually live anywhere in the world and work, that is divinely guided too. If you have work that suddenly it changes you spiritually, outgrown it, but you wouldn't accept it, or if it's happening on the 3D, it's because what's coming into your life is preparing you to be available. That can also be TF union as well. Sometimes, I know I have one client that would work away quite a bit, and vibrationally through her spiritual shift, she's now working more country-based as in not being bounced around. That's preparing her for TF union. Okay, so there are reasons why these things happen. You just got to trust in the process. You don't at the time because you're thinking very ego. Oh my God, finances. Oh my God, this and that. Anchor your energy in. trust that universe is shifting to give you something better, because it's not, we always get into our ego and we're like, oh, we're being punished. Yes, it does feel like that, but after the fact, you always understand why. It's like walking through the fire. Any other questions? It will balance out. Trust in the process, okay? You'll be fine. I'll white light you. It's happening for a reason. Having an operation on the 10th of October, hopefully goes well. I hope so, doll. Planets going direct should balance more so. Generally, we say in their moon cycles, it's better to avoid that. But look, we've got to do what we've got to do. But it is deep transformation. Any other questions while I'm here? Thank you for all of you who have commented and liked the video, because it actually does bump it up so other people can see it. I'll be using a different deck for the next one. I probably will still use the crystal spirits. I love them. It'll be fine, Dawn. You'll be fine. Love you too. You'll be fine. Everything does happen for a reason, trust me. Everything does. You understand after you. That made sense. And it can be, look, when we're controlling, we're not like flowing and dancing with the universe. When things happen, things are changing every day. It's just, you know, you're not in your third eye about it so much. Thanks, Sway. Let me give you an analogy. The sun comes up and down. It changes it. It doesn't need to trigger us because it's an element of the environment that is occurring at a constant level. We're aware of it, though, so we expect it. So it's like, oh, that's okay then. But then if one day it didn't, we would be like, what's going on? Well, it could be a bloody eclipse. You know, there's a reason why things happen. Trusting in that without controlling it. What you have power of, anchor in. What you don't have power on, release and trust in universe. Just do breathing exercises. Is it out of my control? It's out of my control. Is there something I can do? Focus in on that. Love and light, and I'll see you soon. I'll be back for the twin flame read. I will do a video to update you guys what it's going to be. It will be between now and tomorrow, but regardless, keep note of the community tab, and I'll give you a video uploaded so that you guys know I'm coming.